An early reading culture fosters lifelong learning and enables children to grow into innovative citizens. The habit of reading should be imbibed throughout one's lifetime. It is with great delight I welcome you to another exciting episode on City Kids. I am Antiayo. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Aliyah Omotola Olowolagba is the first child of her parents. She started her primary education at Lotus Primary School, Amuwo Odofin in Lagos State. Her hobbies are writing, reading, drawing, and gaming. She also loves to watch educational programs like City Kids. Aliyah got her inspiration from Nobel laureate like Wole Soyinka, Chimamanda Adichie, and other notable authors. Her passion for writing started at an early age, and it aims to address and correct the ills of the society, especially amongst children and teenagers. It also points to the need to help children and teenagers discover and harness their skills. Aliyah is very resourceful and creative. Her book, Things of Today, is her first published novel.
My book, Things of Nowadays, is about the teenager Tochi. It's about the youth of the society. It's about improving teenagers the chance to discover themselves. It's about many things in total, but now for you to know, you have to read the book. But it's mostly about a teenager discovering themselves.
Aliyah Olowolagba is a very bright student. She loves reading right from the time she came to JSS1. She has been, reading and writing stories on the notice board, cartoons, and so on. So she's a very bright child, and I'm not surprised that we are launching our book today.
I'm very eager to open that book and read it, but from what I've heard about it, I know it's going to be very, very good. Aliyah on herself has been a very good role model. Aliyah, even without telling you to read, once you see her reading, you'll be encouraged, you also wish to read. And Aliyah is someone that will make sure you are reading with her, no matter what.
Even though I just knew her last year when I was in GSS1, she's a very nice person and also a caring person. And whenever she reads, she encourages you to read with her, not to play.
She also inspired me. So during my leisure time, I also find a way to write stories and hoping that one day I can be one of those seniors out there launching a book.
The book is a very interesting book. It talks about a lot of ills in the society, such as domestic abuse, child abuse, sexual abuse, and so on. So my advice for my sister who wrote the book, parents and children all over the net watching, that don't stop at school, always go further. There are a lot of mistakes that teenagers make in life. The first one is choosing the wrong role model. If she followed her mother's advice, she would have been her mother's duplicate. That is, ending up being tortured by another of her husband. Total silence. And it also shows that it's okay to be yourself.
A lucid and enthralling writing will captivate and keep you glued till you get to the last page.
The book actually made me realize that I need to do more as a mother. It's not that I've been a negligent mother. My daughter knows me very well. I'm a very, very conscious mother. I always look after them, especially for the fact that I have my first and my second child as females. I'm always a very careful mother. But she made me realize that I need to go further ahead and to encourage other mothers to not to neglect their children. I'm happy that the part of the father in the author is not the kind of husband I have.
She loves literature very well because she reads a lot. When they come up with the work, start going through it. She first choose teenagers of nowadays, but we have to make it a bit the way it should be chosen for this day. That let us make it teens of today instead of teenagers of nowadays. and alhamdulillah, it was well accepted.
It's incredible because I saw the stages at which she wrote the book. I saw every step of it, and I'm really proud of her because this book is an amazing piece of work, especially for a girl that just finished high school. I mean, some people are 30-something and they haven't even written a journal for themselves. So I'm really proud of her as a classmate.
She's a nice person. Like, I learned how to calm because I'm the kind of person that gets angry. Anytime I get angry, she always like, people calm down, and like it will not take, even if you get angry, it's not as if what you're getting angry for will actually even repair itself. Just calm down. She's a kind of nice person and she's a calm person.
Alia's book is very interesting. It's a very educative book. When Alia told me she's writing a novel, I think back then when SS2. So she was writing some, maybe say Jota or something. Then, like, I glanced through it, I was like, wow, so interesting. I think it's very good.
She has been noted to be one of the writers that will impact the world positively and also create awareness amongst teenagers.
In the book, I learned equally that you need to develop your self-esteem, which Tochi did. And I'm actually very proud to know that I have a daughter that feels she needs to develop her self-esteem.
From all of us at City Kids, we wish Aliyah Omotola Owolagba the very best. City Kids continues in a bit. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Today on City Kids, we'll take a look at reading culture, parental involvement, and children's development in their formative years. City Kids, sit back, relax, and enjoy. A reading culture and parental involvement in the development of children in their formative years are the most crucial factors which form the foundation for the child's education. During school age, a considerable part of parenting focuses on offering help for homework and other school-related matters.
Okay, my reading culture has been improved when my dad and my mom, with as well my teachers, they helped me. A long time ago, I had a really bad handwriting. So, because with the help of friends and my parents, I was able to improve, and now I'm one of the students with the best handwriting in my class. So my dad also helps me by teaching me the value that education can also be mixed with vocationalism.
I've been able to improve on my reading culture only with the help of my parents, especially my mom. As she inspired me with inspirational quotes. Yeah, examples are Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time to achieve what you want to be. If you can't be a sun, be a star. There are thousands of stars in the galaxy. Be the best of your abilities.
A reading culture can be best explained as a learned practice of seeking knowledge, information, or entertainment through written words. Such practice can be acquired by reading books, magazines, journals, and newspapers. According to recent developments, it has been revealed that the reading culture amongst Nigerians, particularly the youth and the students, has waned significantly. In fact, to state the reading zeal amongst Nigerian students is fast declining is basically just stating the obvious. This unhealthy trend is staring at everyone in the face. Questions on what might have gone wrong have been asked by educationists, but there seems to be no adequate response to the puzzle.
Well, going by what is happening in the state or in the nation generally, education-wise, we need to work on our children. I want to advise every parent, let us reduce our spending on socials and ensure that we spend more on our children because they are our future tomorrow. The future of this nation lies in the hands of the younger ones, and if we can do something to ensure that they are taken to the right pedestal, we will have relief. By the time we get older and we are no longer strong to run around, they will be there to take over the running of the administration of the state at large and the family as well too, so that they will be able to produce better citizen for the country.
Parents usually consider it as a duty to help their child develop his or her reading competence, so the school relies very much on this kind of support parents give to their children in everyday life. It is therefore imperative for parents to meet the individual needs of their child, because compared to school, family environment facilitates high adaptive and intense one-to-one interaction with the child.
To identify the skill in the students is not hidden at all. From playing, when they are in the class, when they wake up, coming into the school, right from the gate of the school, you can identify their profile because their behavior, not only studying in the four walls of classroom, you study a child right from his own movements, the way he walks, the way he talks, the way he writes. From there you can develop any skill, the talent being given to such a student, and then you are able to make him or her be useful to himself or herself, to the nation, and also to the parents.
Nurturing the reading culture in children during their formative years is a lot easier. This is because children at this stage are so malleable and have not yet been exposed to other options of utilizing their time. However, it is still very possible to nurture a culture of reading in a child who has somehow become a reluctant reader. A very important tool in imbibing the reading culture in children is consistency.
I've been able to improve my reading culture as a student with the help from my teachers and my parents, and I also try to avoid being carried away with modern activities like pressing of phones and other stuff. So I try to force myself to read so I could get better grades.
My reading culture has been improved because my parents helped me read a lot. During their leisure period, instead of them resting, they helped me and my other siblings read. They help us with our spelling bees. They encourage us to keep on reading. And they also advise us not to relent, even if there is no competition in your class.
My reading culture so far has been due to the help of my parents, especially my mom, because she makes sure I read very well and asks me questions after reading, especially during examinations. She wakes me very early in the morning to read. She makes sure I follow her everywhere she's going to and read into her ears, just to ensure that I am reading very well, and thank God it is helping.
Time necessary. I have a tight schedule, but I try to make, during my break times, I make a personal time for myself to practice the subjects I know I don't understand very well, which include maths and economics. I do a lot of past questions, and I meet some teachers to help me with things I don't understand.
I've really been able to improve in my writing skills because of my English teacher. She practices with us almost every time. She tries her best to make sure we are very, very good.
My reading culture is like a compulsory thing for me. I have a timetable for reading. Whenever I don't read, I get punished, because I have to read to pass my exams and improve my reading habits, and especially my handwriting.
When the teacher identifies any reading problem or any skill in the child, it is left for the teacher to alert the parents so that the parents will continue from at home. Especially a child with a reading problem, the parent also has a role to play by assisting that child at home. Then in terms of skills, at times we parents, we always are very busy to even teach our children, because you as a parent, you should also give your child, classes, help the child revise what he or she was taught in the school. By so doing, you will be able to identify the areas your child is finding difficult.
Apart from the role parents have to play in inculcating in children a solid reading culture at the primary and secondary educational levels, teachers should make it a point of duty to encourage pupils to imbibe the reading culture through social reading clubs, as well as introduction to activities like reading competitions, spelling bees, library, or reading day.
My parents and my teachers, they make sure that I know what I'm doing, they make sure I understand what I'm learning, and they make sure I'm very good at it. So
they contribute to all of them can help contribute to my reading culture because they are very attentive when it comes to me. They make sure, they look after me and they make sure that I know what I'm doing. I've contributed to my reading culture due to the fact that they sent me to an hostel where I do morning prep, evening prep and night prep. That has really helped me a lot in school.
There are children who love reading. You know, you'll see a child, the child picks up anything around her to read, picks novels to read. It's always, you know, it likes telling stories and all that. You know, very good at writing stories, and you know, from there you will be able to now discover that this child might be good in this area. So you now help that child to achieve that particular thing in relation with the teacher and you as a parent.
This will go a long way in drastically reducing the poor reading culture among students in Nigeria and help revive reading culture in the grassroots. City Kids continues with the morals of the day and mother tongue.